Hello, everybody, and welcome to Georgia Institute of EMS's orientation for new students. And today I'm going to be going over the Advanced EMT course room. This one specifically for the flex students, and then we will look at the one for traditional. So, first, I want to just welcome each and every one of you here. It's going to be an exciting time going forward, learning new stuff, learning things that are going to get you prepared to work out in the field. And like I've said, I've been saying this for a bit, what you're getting into is the new paramedic. Back in the day, there used to be EMT, intermediate EMT and paramedic, and then advanced EMT and paramedic. Whereas now the advanced EMT level is growing, it's blossoming, and you are going to have so many opportunities going forward. And it's all going to start here, and it's going to be very important for you to pay attention and learn. Use the instructors that you have in this course. Get their knowledge and apply it so that you can help as many people in the field as you can, okay? So with that said, let's go ahead and let's start blazing forward and get started here. So what I have is a normal window open. Now, one thing that I found is that this works best in Chrome. So utilize Chrome, and whenever you do utilize Chrome, make sure you're logged in your Google account. So each and every one of you are required to have a Gmail account here at Georgia Institute of EMS, or some sort of account that is Google related, so that we can share Google documents and we can share, we can do our online Google Meets and everything. So we need you to have that account. That account is free. You can go to Gmail and get it set up. So it's best to make sure that you're logged in here, because some things may come up age restricted, and this will help in that as well. So we're here. Any start page, whatever your start page is, we need to navigate to the correct site. The correct site is myemsclassroom.online, not .com. myemsclassroom.online. If you see here, it says online, right? So we are going to look at something right quick. myemsclassroom.com. If you do that, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to work. Or if it does work, it's going to take you to an incorrect site. As you can see, it's going to bring you here to this login, and you're going to think, oh, I'm supposed to log in here. Nope, this is another site that I've been working on. Eventually, we might get this one up and running, but do not come here, all right? Do not come here. It is the correct address is myemsclassroom.online, and that will bring you here. You're going to enter your username and password, which should have been given to you already. Generally, whenever you log in the first time, it's going to ask you to change your password. Please remember your password. Please remember your password. The forgotten username and password link doesn't work half the time for some reason. We are working on that. If you do have a problem, you can get in touch with your instructor and we can get it reset for you. But please keep up with your password. So just click log in. Now, if you are a returning student, you may see some old classrooms in here. If you see, I've got like all the classrooms in here, but you will probably only have one or two classrooms in here. If you're brand new to us, you should only have one classroom. If you took your EMT with us, you may see your EMT classroom and your advanced EMT classroom. Just make sure you're going to your advanced EMT course room. If you're a flex student and it does not say flex, please get with us. Let us know so that we can get that fixed, okay? So you just click on the link. And just a brief overview here. You're going to have announcements at the top, some links here, a countdown timer to let you know how much time you got, and so on. And I'm going to go through all of these. Now, some things will change depending on the class you're in. For instance, this is the Flex AEMT November 2024. It's got me listed here as your coach. However, that will probably change, I'm sure, because I am pretty sure that this is either going to be Dawn or Mallory will be in there. So I will get that changed. Not right this minute, but it will get changed. So the first thing I want us to look at is announcements. So you can click on announcements, and here you will see if there are any announcements, you will see them here. Now let me do something real quick. I'm going to switch my role to a student. So now this is the student sees. So you will go in here and you'll see there are no announcements here as a student. So if there was an announcement, they could be in here. Now, generally, whenever we put an announcement in here, the announcement you will get an email that says, hey, you got an announcement and you'll need to check it. Now, we generally do not use this section very much. Almost 100%, 99% of our announcements go through WhatsApp. So, but you still need to keep an eye on it. Nothing will be in this announcement section that's due tomorrow. Okay, everything, if it's something urgent, we're going to get back in touch with you in another way. Now, since I'm here, I want to show you what breadcrumbs are. And these up here are called breadcrumbs. So if you can see, we're here at announcements. And for me to get back to the main course room, I can click right here. And that will get me back to the main course room. Next, you've got an initial coaching appointment link. You're going to click on that, and it's going to open up another window, which will have dates and times available for you to sign up for potential coachings, okay? So right now, because it's got me listed here as the instructor, there's nothing there, but whenever we get your new instructor, your instructor's info in here, then you'll be able to click on that, select the date and time, and you will be able to have your initial coaching appointment. You are required to meet in person or online via Google Meet with your Flex coach within the next couple weeks. Now, your coach will be in touch with you to give you more information regarding that and a deadline. So you do need to make time so that you can sit down and talk. Generally, this session takes about anywhere between 20 minutes and an hour, depending on how many questions you have and what all, you both want to go over. So the next thing here is the Flex Planning Form. Now, you will need to have this Flex Planning Form done before the initial coaching, because that's what we're going to go over. So let's click on that and we can see what this looks like. Right here, you're going to put in like your email address, your name, and then your email address will pop in. I believe your email address automatically populates here once you have signed in. So you're going to do that. Put your phone number in. What is your preferred way for your coach to contact you? Choose one. Briefly describe your background and why you're pursuing AEMT training. Put your answer in there. Describe your work-life balance. How do you currently balance your work life? Put your answer in there. What kind of learner are you? Please describe specific learning preferences and strategies. What are your goals? Okay. Are you a combo student? How quickly did you finish your EMT or AEMT training? How quickly do you wish to finish your training? Okay. And provide a proposed calendar. What that means is that I want you to sit down with a piece of paper or print out a calendar and come up with some goals. I want to be done with this chapter by this date. I want to be at this point by this day. Now, just understand, this can change. This is not set in stone, okay? These dates and stuff you come up with, you will work and collaborate with your coach to help you get through this, okay? So if there's a delay, we'll change the dates, but we just need something initially to work with. The next thing you'll see here, right here, is your countdown timer, which means, time's a ticking. It's ticking right now, right? Orientation is tonight, and this is ticking away, so getting close towards the end. You have to be 100% complete with everything, every single thing. Every assignment that has been assigned to you, you have to be complete with. You cannot skip any assignments. Everything has to be done. So do not skip anything. Make sure you complete everything so that you will be successful. Next thing is a contact form. If you see here, it's due December 4th for this class. Typically, it'll be here, and your coach should be on you to get this done. We need this done. It is a graded assignment. It's an easy 100, so make sure you get it done. So here's your assignment here. It should only take you a minute, and more than likely, you can probably do this tonight before you leave. So next, anatomy and physiology course. So here, you're just going to click on, back up. Let me throw it in reverse. Please note that you're required to complete 100% of all assigned work, including watching all videos listed in the course room. It is not acceptable for you to only take the exam at each section. 100% of all work. Okay, look, I'm put this in bold letters. They're red, and it's highlighted in yellow. So you cannot say you did not know. It's right there, top of the page. So next is the anatomy and physiology course. Let's look at that. You just click on that, accept the cookies. All right, you fill out this form and click sign up. Now, you may see somewhere where it says, hey, it costs $100 and something. It does not. As long as you're using this link and going through it, just like what we have here for you, it is free. We've already taken care of the cost of that for you. So go ahead and get in this, sign up for it, and take this course. If you have any issues, get back with your coach, and they will help guide you through it, okay? But at the end of that, you will get a certificate, and you will have to give us that certificate. It is a requirement. And that's all this is here. The AP course grade, that is an area where we will put that grade in there. You don't have to do anything with this one, okay? Nothing. It's just a placeholder to put the grade. Now, if you want to see what your grade was, you can click on it, and it will tell you what your grade is. And that's all you got to do. So next, there's a lot of sections here that are closed up, okay? And they are just sections that you will click on, and they will open up. For instance, let's look at lab and clinical date request. I'm going to click on it, and then it opens up. And see, lab and clinical date request. Now, we need dates from you by the 15th of every month, okay, for the next month. So, for instance, if you're wanting to do something in, let's say it is the beginning of December, and you're wanting to do labs or clinical in January, you will need to have those dates to us by the 15th of the month. Okay, so by December 15th, we need your request. Now, as far as clinical goes, if you do not get us those dates by the 15th, your chances of getting in clinical are slim to none. There are a few clinical sites that do have a rolling acceptance for us, like our pediatrician's office. Sometimes they'll let us get you in with a week's notice or so, but that's about it. So make sure you get us those dates. The clinical sites require this. All right. And then what we do is we will take those dates, we submit them to the clinical sites, then they shoot us an email back saying approved or disapproved, and then we let you know. Typically, we have that somewhere maybe a week or so later. Some sites wait till the last minute, and we cannot control that. If you give us a clinical date or lab date, do not schedule anything on those days without getting with us first. For example, if on December 15th, you say you want to do a clinical on January 3rd, and it is now rolling along, you turned it in on time, but let's say clinical site XYZ has not gotten with us yet, and Christmas comes, and then the next thing you know, on the 28th, they send us an email back saying, you're approved. Well, then we're going to turn around and send you an email saying you're approved for that day, and we expect you to be there on the 3rd. However, if something happens, let's say it's the 15th, and now it's like the 22nd, and things have came up, and you are no longer wanting to go on the 3rd, let us know. Okay, let us know immediately and we'll see what we can do. But you need to stay available for any days that you have put in for. Okay, like I said, if you cannot be available, let us know, so that don't just keep your mouth shut and don't say anything, and then we tell you you're approved, and then you're like, oh, things changed, I can't do it. Nope, because that probably cost you $100. All right, so don't do that. Lab date request form, same thing, all right? But we have a lot of the control over the lab date, so we will typically get that back to you ASAP. Now, if you give us your dates by the 15th, that means that we will get you scheduled pretty much however we can try. There's a very high chance, 90+% chance, that we're going to be able to work with your dates. However, if you submit after the 15th, you will only get what is already established. We will not make special dates for you. The lab schedule will be made, people's schedule will be set, and you will get whatever's available at that point. So make sure you get that turned into us ASAP. And to do that, all you got to do is click on the form. Click on the form, fill it out, and put the dates in. All right. Make sure this is a lab. All right. Look, it says, please provide specific dates and times. If you just put a date down there, we are expecting that you're available the entire day. If you're not available the entire day, you need to put the times that you are available. Because once I go and I get an instructor scheduled for that day, that instructor may have went to their other job and turned down overtime. They may have turned down working time that they could be working. And I will expect you to be there, okay? So please help us help them as well. Clinical date request form is the same thing. You just click on it and fill out the form. Put your dates in and stuff. Just know, and I want to go ahead and tell you, and you'll learn more in clinical orientation. Now, do not do this form, the clinical dates, until after you have completed clinical orientation and you've met all the clinical requirements. Lab dates you can turn in. You can turn them in today if you want to. But clinical date request forms, they are to be turned in or started after you've completed all of the requirements for clinical, okay? So don't do that until after you've completed the clinical requirements. And your coach or the clinical coordinator will tell you when you can do that. Next is attendance. So as a flex student, you're required to do attendance every 2 weeks. Now, flex students have very few things that have due dates. This has a due date. All right. So these due dates will be fixed, probably by the weekend. But if you go down here, I'm going to show you. Your first one will be due on December 2nd. So these right here up at the top will basically go away. And the ones for December 2nd will be there, okay? So you will be required to come here, and what you will do is you will click on this link. And then there's another link here for you, and you will click on this link. And this link, you will fill out everything. Put your email, first name, last name. You will put in what goals did you accomplish over the last 2 weeks. And those goals could be, hey, I did like I read 2 chapters and I completed 1 chapter quiz. Or it could be, hey, I didn't get a lot done, but I did a lot at work. I had a lot of things going on. Just give us some context of what goals, did you get accomplished that were that affected your course, okay, that affected you in advanced EMT school. What goals are you planning to accomplish over the next 2 weeks? Once again, these are ones that are specific around, that are going to affect advanced EMT school. If you're a firefighter, maybe one of those goals is like, hey, I'm studying for my promotion exam and I want to take my promotion exam. So for the next week, I won't be able to do much in the advanced EMT course room. Well, that's important for me to know as an instructor, so that I can support you in that and help you and come back and check up on you and make sure that after your promotional exam, you get started back or so on, okay? What goal do you need any assistance with anything related to the academics of the course? Please describe, tell us what you need help with. Do you need any assistance with any other aspect of the course? If yes, please describe your answer. Please tell us. This is one avenue for you to communicate with us. This takes 2 minutes. It should only take you 2 minutes to do. There's zero excuse to not get it done, okay? So if you see here the due date, it opens on the 29th and closes on the 2nd. So that gives you 29, 30, 31, 1, 2, almost 5 days to get this done, okay? Almost 5 days. 4 to 5 days you'll have to get it done to do a 2-minute assignment. There are no excuses to not get this done. You could have a major family emergency. You can find 2 minutes to get this done. Make sure it is done and turned in, because you will get a 0 on the assignment. And if you miss 2 in a row, on the third one you miss, you could be dropped from the program. And I mean dropped. And you could have to start over or transfer to another course or so on, okay? And I know that this is a lot of money. So don't get kicked out of the program because of attendance. Because attendance is mandatory, okay? So that is attendance. Remember, you got to do it. Do not just overlook it. So then we have a clinical prep one here that you can look at. And under clinical prep, there are some courses that we need to take before you can go to clinical. As an advanced EMT, we're going to be monitoring end-tidal CO2. And there is a course here. You click on this, follow the link here to Train Georgia. All of you should have a Train account. And you will just take this course. And once you take the course and you successfully complete the course, you will give us a copy of your certificate, okay? Same thing, CAH. CAH is another one. The thing is for CAH, let's see, I think I've got another link to it. I will get with your coach to get the link. They may have had to update the link, but the CAH class, most of you probably already have it. If you already have it, then get us a copy of your certificate. If you were one of our past students, just let us know if we need to help you with getting that certificate. You do not have to take it twice, okay? You do not have to take it twice. Well, here where it says drug screen completed, this is something for us as instructors. And this is depending on the clinical site you go to. Some clinical sites require drug screens, some don't. Your clinical coordinator and your coach and instructor will get with you to guide you on that. The National Highway Safety Course, once again, if you have already taken this course, you do not have to retake it. Just get us your certificate, okay? But if you have not taken it, you will need to, and you can click on the link here, and it will take you to where you need to go to take the course. Now, let me preface this, okay? These courses like this National Highway Safety Course, CAH, the end-tidal CO2 course, and the IS 100 and 700, those courses are not my courses. They're not our courses. They are administered by either the federal government, state government, or different entities. And if there's a technical issue with it, let us know and we'll try to help guide you. But more than likely, you would have to contact their tech support to get help with those. Immunization paperwork. Once again, this certificate thing's nothing for you to do. That's just a place for us to put the grade, okay? Same thing for immunization paperwork. Nothing for you to do, just something there to say, hey, you need it. If you've already given it to us as EMT, we probably have it. You'll just get with your coach and they'll review it and look and see what you need. Now, remember this, if you are taking this course and you are doing clinicals during the flu season, you will be required to get the flu shot. TB test, everybody's required to get it. If you just completed an EMT program and you're rolling right into the advanced EMT program, what you did in your EMT program is good. Will be fine. You do not have to redo it. But if you've had a break in between, you will have to redo your tuberculosis screening. And it has to be like within a couple months old. So it cannot be expired. You'll have to let us know and we can look at it. Once again, this is a place for us to put your grade. Same thing for CPR card. We will need a copy of your current CPR card, and it needs to stay current throughout the entire course. It cannot expire. If it's going to expire, then you're going to have to retake it and get us a card. Clinical packet, that's something we'll do in clinical orientation. Don't worry about that. IS 100 and 700, those are those federal courses. If you click on that, there's a link to take you to it. Straight to it if you have not had it. But all of you should have probably already had this. And if you've got the certificate, please get us a copy of it and we'll update your grade, right? The shirt order, that will open up once you've completed everything and you are eligible for clinical, then you can make your shirt order if you need one. Some of you, if you've already been in our program, you may already have a shirt and you may not need a new shirt. But if your shirt is worn, messed up, looking all janky and stuff, you will have to get a new one. And they are like somewhere between $25 and $40, depending on the size. Okay. Background form check. This is not something that you have to do unless we tell you. There are some clinical sites that require it, and if the clinical site requires it, then we will let you know. Now, just one thing just to touch on about CPR right quick, because I know I said this is for a grade, and also emphasize that your CPR card has to be valid throughout the entire course. If it's not, you're going to retake it and get us a valid CPR card that is. You will also, just to let you know, you are going to have to do the skills and take the exam for CPR with us, regardless if you have a card or not. So you will be tested on it as well. So that's clinical prep stuff. The clinical tab, this is something for when you are in clinical, and this is where we will insert your clinical grades. So nothing for you to do. You can just look and see what your grades are and stuff. So now we're in the modules. So let's look at the modules. Now, something I want to go ahead and point out is that I know this stuff is here, like lab and clinical date request, attendance, clinical prep. You can go ahead and go to module 1 and we can get started. So there's an administrative part. There is a beginning class survey that you can do. You can click on it. It's not required, but it is nice to have. There is a tech support link here, but I'm going to tell you the best way to get tech support is to go to WhatsApp and ask for help or contact your coach and instructor. We have an introduction that is due, and I'm going to change this due date in here, but it's due the same time as your by December 4th is when it will be due for your class. You will click on that, and here are the directions, right? And basically all you're doing is introducing yourself. And if you could do this tonight, that would be great to go ahead and do it while you're here. And to do it, you just click Add New Discussion Topic, kind of put your name in there and put your message in there and post a forum. And that's it. Now, once you've done that, you need to say hello to 2 of your fellow students. And what will happen is whenever you go in, you'll see the introduction here, and you will see down here like your introduction and other people's introduction. You'll just click on the link and click reply like it's an email. If you need help with it, let your instructor know or your coach know. The next thing is here, which will be due for you for this class in December, I believe December 6th, but we will make this changed. There's a photo upload assignment. So I have a tutorial here that teaches you how to do it. Just come here, watch the video, and then you can come back and you can upload your photo so that it looks like this. Now, we want it to be a photo that is a close-up of your face so that we see who you are. All right? Not something that's like 10 miles away or whatever, and it's you and the whole family, and we're trying to figure out, well, who is this? Which one is it? Nope, just you and, let us, with just your face there, okay? And then this is where we will put the video. Don't worry about the orientation video because that's what you're watching now. And I'll have a link to that here. So chapter 1 is where you're going to get started. Now, if you see here, look, asterisk, asterisk, read chapter 1, bold letters in red, highlighted in yellow. Is that an important thing to do? Why, yes, it is. It is a very important thing to do. We need to make sure that you do it. Once you've done that, once you've read it, you need to click mark as done so that it does this. Because if it doesn't, you will not be able to take your quizzes. In order to take quizzes, you have to read the chapter and participate in all of the lectures, 100%. Okay? So if you don't do that, then you won't get credit. Like here, you have to watch the History of EMS video. You'll need to click on that, watch the video all the way through, and then you'll get credit. Here is the lectures. So here I need each and every one of you to make sure you are paying very close attention, okay? So I click on that link and it's going to bring me here and I have some directions. Welcome to the lecture covering Chapter 1, Part 1. The lecture is approximately 25 minutes. In order to receive credit for this section, you must watch all 25 minutes. All 25 minutes. Now I know it says that there's a spot right here that says spend at least 12 minutes on this activity. I'm trying, that is not correct. You have to watch the entire video. If you do not watch the entire video, it will not give you credit. Okay? The reason it says that is so that you can speed it up a little bit. Like, just a little, not a lot. So, if you don't watch the entire video, you will not get credit. Failure to watch the entire lecture results in not receiving credit. Please note that the system monitors all activity while logged into the site. It does. If you have multiple windows open, trying to run multiple lectures at the same time, I will know about it. It will not give you credit. Do you know how many students try this? Look around the room. Somebody in here is probably going to do it, even though I'm up here saying, don't do it. I can see you do it. Because people will be like, yeah, he's full of it. He can't tell. I can beat him. He's just some old guy. No, the system catches every time and doesn't give credit. And then we pull up the logs and it's like, oh, you can't. Oh, I swear I only had one open. I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to have to rewatch it. But that's messed up. I'm sorry. I'm like, and what we will do is we will bring you in, set you down in the office, and we'll watch you do it. And when it works just fine with you by watching you, then you should be able to do it when you go home. So that is our alternative. That is our tech support for this, is that if you can't get it to work and it keeps saying it, and I'm looking at the logs and the logs are telling me one thing, you're telling me something else, you're going to have to come to the school, sit down, and I'm going to watch you do it. Or another instructor is going to watch you do it. And if it works when we're there watching you, then we know for sure that it was you, not the system. Okay? So make sure that you follow the directions. Do not have multiple windows open. The other thing that the system catches is that if you think, hey, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to start the lecture. I'm going to let it run while I'm cooking dinner, or while I'm watching my TV show, or while I'm putting together my model airplane or something. I don't know. But we'll have people and they won't get credit, but hey, they did spend 25 minutes in there. Actually, no, they spent an hour in there. See, the system says that the video is 25 minutes long. If you are idle for an hour and that video was over 35 minutes ago, 35 minutes ago, that video was over, but you've done nothing, it's going to kick you out. And then it's not going to give you credit. Now, there's going to be some windows pop-ups as "Are you there?" and stuff, and you're just ignoring it. And if that's happening, then you're not going to get credit, and you're going to have to redo it. So we will be watching that, so just know that, okay? Just if you are going to watch a lecture, make sure you've allotted that time to watch the lecture, and you sit down and you watch the entire thing. That's why this is here. Watch all 25 minutes, so you know going into it, I need to have 25 minutes. Heck, Dancing with the Stars starts in 15 minutes. This one's 25 minutes. Maybe I need to wait till afterwards. Or maybe Yellowstone starts in 35 minutes. Heck, I got enough time. I can get a lecture in. So I'm going to sit here and watch my 25-minute lecture, and then I'm going to watch my show. So, but once I've done that, now I need to answer one of these questions. And this one, I understand the requirements to receive credit for this section, and I am ready to move forward. Click Submit. And now I'm going to watch the video. Now, if you see, the video is a YouTube video, but however, you need to watch it here, because if you go straight to YouTube, it will not give you credit. Remember, you need to be in the system to watch it. But you can click this full screen, and you can watch it full screen like that if you want to. Now, let's pretend. All right, I'm trying to, I just watched this entire video. It's over. And I'm going to say this several times because I need each and every one of you to understand this. Understand me. Listen to me right now, okay? Do not click these buttons down here in the lecture part. Do not click this button, because if you click this button right here, you will not get credit for this lecture, and you'll rewatch the entire lecture again. You'll have to rewatch it again. Don't do that. You need to click the next button. See where it says next? Now I'm going to repeat myself one more time. Do not click on these links down here at the bottom. Do not. Because if you do, you will not get credit for the lecture, and you will have to rewatch it. Does not matter what crying sob story you come to me with. You will not get credit for it, and you will rewatch it. Okay? Click Next. Now, I need to pick an answer. I have not watched the entire lecture, or I have watched the entire lecture as required and understand that I must take the quiz to receive credit for this section. Okay, I understand that. And click Submit. And now, I'm good. Now see, you've completed this lesson in 6 minutes and 27 seconds. Is that the required time? Nope. Guess what? I did not get credit for it, right? So now if I go back here to Module 1, look, I do not have credit for it. But you know that now, right? So that you have to do that. So now I'm done with the lectures. Now see, look, I've got these down here. Now I can click these now, but once again, do not click them inside the lecture. Do not do it. If I just do this, I'm not going to get credit. Remember that. So now let me return to my normal role for a moment, because I want to show you quizzes. And I can't show you the quiz as a student because I have not completed all the activities required to do the quizzes, okay? So if you see here, it will tell you that there are some requirements. You need to read Chapter 2. Remember, you got to read it and mark complete. If you don't mark complete, you won't get credit, and you need to watch the lectures. Once you've done that, then this link will turn a color so that you can, like a blue color, and you can click on it. Now it'll allow me because I'm an instructor. So once you're in here, it's going to tell you you have a time limit, which is plenty of time for you to do this. Now remember, quizzes are open book, open note. All right. However, they are not AI assisted. If you're using AI and we catch you, you will get a 0. And you may be dismissed from the program for academic dishonesty. I take academic dishonesty very serious. So please do not cheat. Just do the work. That's the whole point of it, is for you to learn. You have to score a 90 or above. So you take it as many times as you need to get that 90. Attempt quiz now. Start the attempt. And all you got to do is answer the question. However, click next page and it will take you to the next one. Now look over here, that's all the questions you have. You have 20 questions. So you got 2 minutes per question. And if you've read the chapter and you've watched the lecture, you should be able to quickly find the information you need. We've been doing this for 11 years. Hardly anybody has a problem doing it. So if you follow the curriculum, you'll be fine. Now, this menu over here allows you, let's say I want to go back and change number 1. I can just click on number 1 and then I can come here and change my answer and I can click next page and then it saves it. So now number 2, I want to, just go through and I'm clicking, or I can click previous page and that'll take me back. I want to change that answer and so on. But let's say I am wanting to skip ahead to number 19. I can skip around to any questions I want by doing this. And then I can go here. Now look, this is number 20. It's the last one. And I have finish attempt here. And I can click on that. And it's going to give me like a little summary. Now it tells me which ones I've saved answers to and which ones I haven't. And I can return to the attempt if I want to, or I can click submit all and finish. And if I do that, then another pop-up's going to come up, and then I just submit all and finish. And then look, I got lucky and got 2 right. It's going to tell me which ones I got right, which ones I got wrong. And I can look over them. Here, I did not score 90, so guess what? I'll have to retake it. And I can click here. Here it says start a new preview for me, but yours it should say start a new exam. So, and then once I'm done, I can click finish review. And I can go here to reattempt the quiz as well. So those are quizzes. And then we'll just start over again. Read the chapter. Mark is done. Watch the lecture. Remember, understand the requirements. Submit. Watch the lecture here. The entire lecture. Once I've done that, I'm going to click Next. Remember, do not click here or here. Do not click here or here. Click Next. Answer this question that you've watched the entire one. Click Submit. And then I can move on, go back to Module 3 and go to the next one. Now, because I've finished all the lectures and I'm just here in the main course room, I can click on these here. I'm going to go to Module 4, and that's where my quizzes are. Start my quizzes, and then keep moving. So another assignment that we have, and this assignment is due typically before your pharmacology lab or during your pharmacology lab, is your drug cards. Now, if you click on drug cards, it will give you a list of the drugs that you need to do with the directions, all right? See, this will be due on or before the beginning of your pharmacology lab. So you need to have this done before you take your pharmacology lab. It is a requirement. Now, it is set up here where you can upload it in here, but I discourage that, and we will probably turn that off here in the future. Or rather you just email it to your instructor. That way there's a stronger chain. It's easier for them to keep up with, easier for you to be able to see that you sent it and they received it. Okay. The problem is that sometimes here in Moodle, we do not get notification. You do it and we don't know. And you're not a traditional student. So Jimmy may do his this week, but Andrea may do hers 3 months from now. So we don't know on a regular basis because you don't have set due dates. So if you send us an email, guess what? It's right there in our inbox. So send us an email with it more than likely, but ask your instructor as well before you do it. So all the directions are here. Just know this is changing. The AEMT scope has changed this year. So you may be given an additional assignment with like Zofran and Toradol on there and a few more things, okay? And down here we have your BLS exam. You'll be taking a BLS exam in class. It is just the exam. You'll need to take it and pass that. And this is just a place for your grades, okay? So I hope that answers your questions as far as anything to do with how to navigate the course room. You can go back to this as needed and rewatch it if needed, or if you're having problems, your instructor may refer you to a specific part of it. But hopefully this is going to help you get on a good solid foot going forward with the course. If you do have any questions, need any assistance or help, reach out to us. That's what we're here for. You are coming to us so that we can help you get through this. And if you are having difficulty, do not be afraid to reach out to us so that we can help you get through that. Okay. Well, once again, this is Tom Camplain. I'm signing off now, and I hope y'all have a wonderful orientation, and I look forward to seeing you in class soon. Bye.